Hey folks, it is Thursday, September 28th, and here is your forecast. Today we are going to watch animated representations of disability. What I want you to do is to watch 3 of the clips or short films below. Some of them are, clips, as you know, or episodes. You know what I'm saying. Just watch 3 of them, just so that you can kind of figure out which one you want to, write about. And then remember that as you are watching them, it's good to kind of like just sort of take some notes to yourself so that you're like, oh, like these are the specific things that I want to talk about, or the specific thing, right? And you want to basically, because these are really short, just find something specific, right? Like zoom in on a specific moment and then tie that to the Nassatir and Horn article that we read for homework, right? So keep in mind that like some of these, so I guess what I'm trying to say is, as always, just remember that I am not endorsing any of these. Like some of them I included because, they're relevant, they've been published, but what I'm trying to say is if you have something to critique, definitely critique it, right? If that's something you're noticing. So there's that. That's obviously a reminder for every single time. Right? Because not every representation of disability is going to be perfect, right? So I think that that's something to keep in mind. After after you've watched the videos, reflect on it. Here are some sort of questions that kind of prompt you to think about how you might connect the article that you read for homework to one of the videos that you watched. And you're going to notice that I'm pointing towards certain pages. That's on purpose because remember, I want you to do some in-text citations, so I'm trying to point you to some relevant material. And then before you write your sample paragraph, especially if you are like still kind of like struggling to like get your sea legs in terms of how to like talk about things in your own language with your own voice. So I don't want you to feel like you have to put on this like fancy hat. You can actually like have really cool, accessible conversations about things and using academic sources and have it be your voice. And that's really important to practice. That's why we're doing these mini paragraphs, so that by the time we get to assignment 2, you've got that. But what I want you to do is like check out in Pop Research Channel 2. I included like a sample paragraph in that very first Slack post. So you check that out and just notice again these specific things, these specific 4 elements that are in each of my little sample writings for each of the sections we're looking at. And I'm trying to like model these things for you. So just kind of try to practice that in your own, right? Then obviously write your own 1 to 2 paragraph reflection. Try to get as specific as possible, right? Don't summarize, we already watched it. And then once you're done, post that to Slack, and then try to read and respond to at least 2 of your peers' posts after you have responded. And remember that responding, don't like phone it in, right? So the reason why I'm asking you to only respond to 2 is so that you have like these meaningful conversations, right? And the idea about them is that like you're really supposed to like take them serious and be like, yeah, like you mentioned this thing, I noticed this as well. And the whole point here is that like you might say something that ends up inspiring somebody or even yourself to think about a paper topic for assignment 2, right? So that's kind of cool. All right, so for homework, you're going to read Gillum and Wooden's Post-Princess Models of Gender. It's a short piece, which is neat. Remember that we're practicing that 1+2 active reading model. So that's it. All right, let's have a good day in class.